you've had that you're able to talk about being in the porn industry?
Um, ooh, the worst? I would say being assaulted.
Sexually?
Yeah, on camera. Um, what sucks about it is I continued on with the scene. Um, because I was giving signs. I believe I gave very clear signs to the director as well as the performer, definitely to the performer, that I was not comfortable in the situation and that it was just going too far. I knew it was a rough sex. It was a rough sex scene. It was also a performer that I've had a crush on, and it was Valentine's Day, and my agent calls and tells me that I have a Valentine's Day present, and I'm working with so and so. So I was excited. I was falling in love with him as I'm talking to him before the shoot. He was, you like rough sex. I hear you like it rough, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can take it. Just trying to please him. It's true. Okay, I do enjoy rough sex, but there is a point where you're filming a sex scene. Porn is acting, something people don't realize. Even certain performers don't realize that rough sex, faux rape, whatever, it's not real. It should never get to the point where the girl feels like she's in danger. There are always safe words. There are always. The thing about porn is girls get to live out these type of fantasies and feel safe doing it. And so when there's a time where we feel like we're helpless because the director is ignoring you, the performer is forcing you to continue on, or holding your mouth shut so that you can't continue to say, let's cut, can we cut, can you stop, please stop, um, this performer, the rougher he got with me, the rougher I would get with him, as far as digging my nails into him, or trying to push away from him. There was a point where he took my hair like this and he banged my head into the wall. And when you do that in a rough sex scene, the guy takes his hand like this and he bangs his hand into the wall, not banging the girl's head. It's acting. That happened. And it got kind of scary. um it was like it's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Like his eyes. His eyes were like empty and black after he'd hit my head. my ears were ringing just, and I was looking around at the director, and everything was just kind of like fuzzy and white, and I was trying to say something, and I couldn't talk, and then I'm being grabbed and I'm being hit in the face to say something, and I was still so not there because of the head banging. And the more I was being hit and being told to say something, I finally just, called myself a bitch, and did what he asked me to do. And I tried to just be strong, like, okay, this should be almost over. I was on the floor and I was being a bitch, a dog on the floor. And that's when he puts his foot on my head. Once again, that's acting. You don't put your whole fucking body weight on a girl's face, on her jaw, to the point where she has to get treatment afterwards for lockjaw. I feel like it was definitely rape on camera, and I feel like the director is just as responsible. There were many things that could have been prevented. There's not allowed blood on camera, and I remember making him bleed, thinking, oh my god, we're gonna cut. And all this director did was just move the camera closer to our faces, to where I'm being choked and I can't say anything, and wipe the fucking blood off.
How hard is it to deal with not just that situation, but all the bad situations that may have happened in the industry? How hard is it to deal with all those mentally and emotionally? What do you do to kind of cope